I the bad guy?
Am I the bad guy?
Am I the bad guy? Am I the bad guy?
Am I the bad guy?
Am I the bad guy?
Am I the bad guy?
I'm a sophomore at a public high school in a small city. My friends and I are pretty clean cut, for the most part, but sometimes we get into some mischief like anyone else my age. Life is too short and boring not to have some fun. Last summer, me and one of my friends started hopping trains and spent the day in the next town over. It might have not been graffiti or vandalism, but it's all there is to do sometimes. My parents probably know about it, but don't seem to care as long as I'm not getting anyone pregnant or I'm in jail. Last month, I was out with friends wandering around during the school day, not skipping. They let sophomores, juniors, and seniors off campus during lunch if their grades are B- or higher. We usually just chilled outside of a coffee shop. The owner didn't care if we hung out as long as we were chill around customers. And as long as no one complained about us hanging out outside his shop, he was cool. None of us have jobs, so we didn't get coffee much, but that dude was seriously the best. The lunch period was almost over. I forgot to grab anything from home and was kind of hoping one of my friends have something on them, but I was out of luck. Basically, starving. It didn't help that we had a math test right after the lunch period, and I know I can't focus when I'm hungry. Also, I suck at math. I smelled the most heavenly hot dogs, just like Mom never made. Sorry, Mom. We knew this one hot dog cart guy sold food and soda on the corner, but I don't think any of us have ever been there. I had a gift card in my wallet from my birthday that still had some cash left on it. I left my friends at the coffee shop and headed over to the hot dog stand to get in line. There was only one person ahead of me, so I could get food and get back to class on time. This lady was taking forever. What a total Karen freak. She was standing there complaining that he put too much ketchup on her hot dog and that the sugar content was bad for her diet. She definitely didn't look like she was on a diet to me. I mean, she got a bag of chips with a diet soda. Do diet sodas even work? At this point, my stomach is imploding. So Karen finally leaves, satisfied with her diet hot dog, and I step up to the stand. At this point, I am salivating from the glorious aroma. The steam coming off the hot dog cart was so satisfying to watch. I already knew my order. Everything. The hot dog guy says, "What do you have?" and barely looked at me. I'm like, 2 dogs with everything. Chips and a soda. He starts to throw the food together. It looked awesome. I can't believe I had never been over to this guy's stand before. He even had decent brand name sodas instead of the knockoff crap. I grabbed a second one for my friend, who I owed from a while back. The hot dog guy finally looks up with the chips, dogs, and 2 sodas and says, "Okay, that's $14.50. I handed him my gift card and already grabbed a few onions off to snack on while I waited. He swiped my card and frowned. He said it declined. I was like, try again. He tried swiping it again, but it failed again. I panicked because I realized I couldn't get my lunch if the gift card didn't work. I might also have forgotten I spent too much on it and didn't have enough credit. I said, "Sorry, can I put the chips back?" He was cool with that and swiped again. Declined. I said, "Frick me. My bad. Put the soda back too?" Declined. What the heck? I know I had money left on that gift card. He asked if I wanted to try a different card. I don't have any credit cards or cash on me, so I realized I'm screwed if it won't go through. I said, "Hey, maybe I could come back by tomorrow with the cash. I'm good for it, I promise." The guy looked me straight in the eye, took a bite out of both hot dogs, and dropped them in the trash. "Are you for real?" He said, "Get lost. You high school kids do this to me all the time. I run a business, not a charity." I was like, just relax. I'm not trying to get free food. Let me see if one of my friends have any cash on them and I'll be right back. I can't believe he chucked my hot dogs in the garbage. Like, I was raised right. If he hooked me up today, I would have brought cash back tomorrow to pay him back. The coffee shop owner would have hooked me up and I always paid him back. I left the hot dog stand to see if any of my friends had cash on them. Between the 4 of us, we had a little over $7, and they knew I was starving and hooked me up. See, this is why my crew is the best. Of course, I'd make it up to them. I almost decided to get pizza instead because screw that dude. But the pizza place was another 5 minutes walk in the opposite direction, and I knew I couldn't get a slice and get back in time. I headed back to the hot dog stand and saw a line had started forming. Multiple Karen sightings. Bad news, because I only had 12 minutes to eat and get back for math. I know it's probably rude, but I cut the line and went right up to the front with my cash in hand. The guy ignored me. After Karen 2 was done with her order, I tried to hop in to make mine. I said, sorry to the next person. The hot dog guy said, back of the line. I said, dude, I'm late to class and I was here earlier. Here's the money. He says, back of the line. I started to go to the back of the line, which was 3 people deep at this point, and I'm seriously pissed off at this guy. I waited patiently, and at this point, I'm definitely going to be 5 minutes late to class. But I know I can't survive that math test on an empty stomach. I got to the front of the line, my stomach growling. I'm like, how much is 2 hot dogs? He says $7. I've got 7 on me. Perfect. Hot dog heaven. Let's go. He starts to grab the hot dogs and says, how much do you got there? I said 7 and change. He says, the total is $7.34. You don't have enough. Tax screwed me. So I realized I can only get 1 hot dog, which is barely enough to keep me alive. I was actually kind of embarrassed. So I said, hey, just 1 hot dog. Sorry. The hot dog guy let out a big sigh and rolled his eyes at me. He put the 1 hot dog down and says, okay, that'll be $4.17. I said, wait, I thought 1 hot dog was $3.50 plus tax. He's like, learn how to read, kid, and pointed at the menu above his stand. Condiments are 50 cents extra. He's like, next customer. There wasn't even any more customers. I grabbed my change, but I'm seriously done with this guy. I hate when people treat me like an idiot. I don't know what came over me, but I grabbed the 2 hot dogs he had chucked in the trash and just threw them as hard as I could. I aimed for the sign, and it was a direct bullseye. I never took art class before, but this might have been my finest work. I threw the other one directly in his face, and I'm pretty sure some of it went up his nose. By the time he realized what had happened, I already dipped. My heart has never beat so fast in my entire life, but he had it coming. I made it back to school before the bell rang, running on pure adrenaline. I honestly don't do stuff like that, and my friends were super confused why I ran off until I told them later. They said I was a legend. Am I the bad guy?
If you enjoyed this video, please click the subscribe button, then click again and hit the all bell notification option, so you'll be the first to know when the next bad guy story is available. Remember to hit the like button, share with a friend, and drop your comment and thoughts below. Do you have a bad guy story that you would like to share? Send your story to badguystories@gmail.com. Thank you for being part of our community, and have a great day.